Happy Independence Day to all my fellow patriots out there. Today I'm going to be doing the America the Beautiful tag. Hey everyone, if you are not an American, you are still welcome here on this channel, on this video. But today is the 4th of July. It is Independence Day for America. It is also America's 250th birthday. It's still so crazy to me to think that our country is as young as it is. Like, compared to like Europe, right? Our country is so young. It is wild. But today we celebrate our independence from the British. Sorry, Brits. We still love you though. You can't tell, I am a huge patriot. I love America. I am proud to be an American. Yes, there are a lot of things about America that are flawed and not good, just like every country in the world. But truly, I love my country and I'm very proud of my country. And so I thought, what better way to celebrate the 4th of July than to do this tag? Now, this is the America the Beautiful tag. It was put together by Old American Spirit and Tales with Tay, and I will link both of them down below. This is just a tag that is celebrating all things America and very much like the American spirit, you know? Also, you guys, today happens to be my boy Ranger's 5th birthday. I cannot believe this boy is 5 years old already. Where has the time gone? I'll make sure to put a clip of him in here so you guys can see him since he's not currently in the room with me. Of course, the one time that I would actually like him to be in my video, he's not here. America is 250 years old and my boy is 5. Crazy times. Okay, let's go ahead and get through this tag. So first off, we have In God We Trust, a Christian fiction book. Now, I'm going to be recommending a book that I actually have not read yet, but it's like on my TBR. I'm gonna hope to get to it this month in July. And I have heard nothing but amazing things, not only about this book, but about this series. And this book also happens to tie in to the 4th of July, and that is When the Day Comes by Gabrielle Meyer. That cover beautiful. This is a Christian fiction historical dual timeline sci-fi. Yeah, sci-fi, because there's time travel in here. We're following a character named Libby who is able to travel, like live in 2 timelines at the same time. So we have 1774 Colonial Williamsburg. So this is right before the Revolutionary War starts. And then her other timeline is in 1914 in Gilded Age, New York City. There's a catch to this time travel. Once she turns 21 years old, she will be stuck in whatever timeline she chooses, unable to ever travel again. Which I'm sure you can imagine how intense and how like hard that would be, because you're going to have loved ones in both timelines. When it comes to historical fiction, I absolutely love the Revolutionary War time period with my historical fiction. So I'm very excited to read this and get some of that, you know, Revolutionary War time, like ramping up to the war in here during the month when America broke free and became our own country. I'm so excited. Next up, we have Old Glory, which, for those of you who are not familiar, that's what we call our flag, Old Glory. And the prompt is a book that inflicts strong emotion. Now, I'm sure most people are probably going to go with like sad or intense kind of emotions. I'm kind of going the opposite direction, as I'm going to go a book that made me laugh probably harder than any other book I've ever read. And that is A Most Agreeable Murder by Julia Seals. Now, this is not an American book. This does take place in a fictional England, but we broke away from the English, right? So you don't have to like match these prompts to American things at all. I just tried to, because why not? But this book, first off, check out this cover. It's not just so, it's amazing. This is one of the funniest books I've ever read. I truly, on like page 1 and 2, was laughing out loud, and I do not laugh out loud in books. Hardly ever does a book make me actually physically laugh. But this one, I was laughing through the entire book. So it definitely invoked strong emotions in me, but the best kind. So when a wealthy bachelor drops dead at a ball, a young lady takes on the decidedly improper role of a detective in this action-packed debut comedy of manners and murder. And in this book, we're following Beatrice, who has an obsession with true crime. But of course, being a lady, that is completely frowned upon. And so when she goes to a ball, and it turns out that like this famous detective, like a Sherlock Holmes type or a Hercule Poirot type of detective, is there. There's a murder that happens, and her and this detective team up to try and find out who committed the murder. It is hilarious. It's very much giving the family from Pride and Prejudice and the Regency era, but it's a made up place. It's Swampshire, I think, is the name of the place that she's in. Yeah, Swampshire. I'm pretty sure it's clean. I can't be 100% positive on that because I did read it a couple years ago, and I'm pretty sure it's clean. It is just a great, great time. Next up is Superpower. Main character with a unique ability, if I can speak, or a big epic book. And I decided to go ahead and go with a big epic book for this prompt. And I'm going to be recommending or talking about Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. This is actually book 2 in the Stormlight Archives series. Book 1 is Way of Kings. I'm talking about book 2 because I just read it not that long ago. Absolutely adored it. I am so excited to continue in this series. This world is so epic and so well plotted and so well done. Like I don't know how this man comes up with these stories, but it is a very epic book, and it's a very, very big book. Every book in this series, I think, is at least over 1,000 pages. I mean, it's so vast and so much, but at the same time, it's so easily digestible. And while I feel like the book goes on and on forever, at the end of the book, I'm like, give me more. I need more now. So that is a big epic book series that I would recommend to you guys. Next, we have The American Dream, a book with a great family. Once again, I'm going to pivot from America, and we're going to go with an Irish family this time. And the thing about this family is they're not necessarily 100% all related, and they're not human either. So the book that I'm going to recommend to you guys is Three Bags Full by Leonie Swan. I adore this book and its sequel, Big Bad Wolf, and I've heard that she's writing a third one, which I'm very, very excited about. But this is another one that is just so heartwarming, so funny, and it's okay. Sheep. We're following sheep. This is a book from the sheep's perspective, and they're trying to solve the murder of their shepherd. It's just so funny. It is the best book, but it's like heartwarming and sweet, and just their family dynamic as a flock. They all care so much about each other, whether or not it's been, they've been in the flock for years, or we have a newcomer that recently brought in. Everyone takes care of each other. No sheep may leave the flock. It is such a great, great story. I highly, highly recommend this. I can't recommend this book enough to people. It's the best. But yeah, I think that this little found family, or this little flock of sheep, has one of the best families that I've ever read. Then we have One Republic, a book with political intrigue. So for this prompt, I'm going to be recommending the book A Girl Called Samson. And this is by Amy Harmon. This is another one that I haven't read. I know that's a little bit iffy for me to be recommending books that I haven't read, but I was looking at my shelves and I'm like, I can't think of anything that has political intrigue. I'm sure there's so many and I'm just blanking. But I also wanted to kind of recommend a few books that were around the Revolutionary War, since again, today is the 4th of July and we only have it because of the Revolutionary War. And so this book is about a young woman during the Revolutionary War who disguises herself as a man in order to join in with the rebellion and fight against the British. I don't really know anything else about this. I had this on my TBR a few years ago and I just never got to it. This is another one that I would really love to read during this month, as I want to read a few, Revolutionary War historical fiction during the month of July. So I can't say in good faith that I would recommend it to you. I'm just letting you know of a book that I am aware of that does have political intrigue because we're dealing with a woman who is in the war, who is fighting against the English. I'm sure there's a lot of political stuff in there. And I cannot remember the reason why she wanted to fight, but she does. And so I'm sure this book is probably pretty heavy. Again, I have no idea if this is a clean book or not. I have not read it, so I can't recommend it in that sense. I'm just recommending it as a book that has political intrigue that also has a great concept, I think, of having to disguise yourself. Like, it gives like Mulan vibes, right? Disguise yourself as a man to enter into war. So I'm excited to read this. Hopefully I can come back at a later date and report to you guys that this was a win, and I do recommend. But until then, just know that this book exists. Next we have Oh Say Can You See? Sorry if I was way off key. That is not a song that this voice can tackle. But that is the national anthem, if you are unaware. And this is a book that surprised you and gave you chills at the ending. So for this one, I have to go with It's Not Her by Mary Kibuka. I recently read this, and for real, the end made me so just, like, it gave me chills, but like in a sad way. Like, when I found out what really happened at the end, I was totally shocked because I did not see it coming, and it was very sad. I will say that. So it didn't give me chills in a good way. It gave me chills in a bad way. This is a stunning discovery, a shocking investigation, a truth no one could have imagined. And yeah, the ending, the truth that was revealed was so shocking. Just like, oh my gosh. I'm just gonna read you the synopsis really quickly. Courtney Gray's tranquil family vacation is shattered when she hears a blood-curdling scream from the lakeside cottage next door. There she finds the lifeless bodies of her brother and sister-in-law. Her teenage niece, Reese, is nowhere to be found, while her nephew Wyatt lies asleep upstairs unharmed. And so then the question is Reese a victim, or is Reese the perpetrator? And we do have past and present timelines as we are following our main character, what was her name again? Courtney, in the present timeline. And then we are also following Reese in the past timeline, basically from the day they arrive at the vacation spot. I will say though, 100% check your trigger warnings. All I'm going to say as far as triggers go in this book is it does have to do with crimes against children. Keep that in mind if that is something that is triggering to you. This might be one to skip. I will say there was one very close to open door scene. It was like, what they say, it's like Fade to Black, but like a little bit more intense than that. Like maybe like slam the door as the clothes come off kind of thing. I don't know. It wasn't, really graphic or anything like that, but those are just other reasons why I couldn't give this a 5 stars, because that's my personal boundaries with that kind of stuff. But it was so good, and it 100% shocked me and gave me chills, and I do recommend it if you are a fan of thrillers. Then we have Melting Pot, a book that is a blend of 2 genres. For this one, I have to go with my girl, Jamie Jo Wright. This is her newest release, The Bookshop of 99 Doors. This book was so good. This was, when I finished it, I was like, it's 5 because like it's Jamie Jo Wright, but I think it's like a 4.75, which is unfortunate because I really did love this book. I just feel like it didn't go quite as dark as I was hoping it would, which isn't really her thing, but still. Okay, so in this one, this isn't Revolutionary War, but this does happen around the Civil, or have to do with the Civil War. This is 2 genres. It's also 2 timelines. This is a historical mystery, and it is also a mysteries in the past, mysteries in the present. In the past is 1888, and there is this Pennsylvania manor that has 99 doors, with a rumored 100th door that supposedly, if opened, it allows the spirits of the dead to pass through. The manor is also supposedly haunted by a revengeful Civil War captain. Then we have present day, and we have our character Triss, who is taking on the role of bookshop manager, as this mansion has been donated to the Historical Society, and it is now a museum with a bookshop. But then her brother and his team of paranormal investigators decide to show up, and weird things start happening. Like all of her historical fantasy or historical fiction books, the two timelines always converge. The mysteries always converge in a way. I would say check some triggers in here if you're going to read this one. If you like historical mysteries with like Scooby-Doo spooks, check out this book. It's so bad. Second to last is Secret 6, a book with espionage. For this one, I'm going to be recommending Max in the House of Spies by Adam Gidritz. I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. This is a middle grade book that takes place during the start of World War II. Or I don't know if it's the start of World War II, but it's like the Great Blitz. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, right? When all the Kindertransport, where a bunch of German or children from Germany were sent away as a preemptive to protect them from the Nazis. And our main character is Max, and he is sent to live with his family in England. He is a Jew, and there's a lot of hatred towards Jews in this community right now, or during that time period. But the other really fun thing about this is Max finds out that he has these two magical beings that live on his shoulders, Divik and a kobold, which are creatures out of Jewish mythology. And they are so funny. I heard someone refer to them as the old dudes from Muppets, which I can't remember what their names are, but the old dudes that always like hackle everybody on the Muppet Show. I heard someone relay that that's these guys. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, it's so true. They're hilarious. It's another great one, but it also is really heavy hitting because we're dealing with the war, and Max doesn't have any contact with his family. He has no idea if his family is even still alive. So anyways, he goes and lives with this family, and one of the members of the family, an uncle, works for the government and works for Winston Churchill. And so he is so determined to get back home and figure out whether or not his family is safe, to save his family, that he ends up trying to become a spy. This definitely has espionage, did I say that correctly, in this book, because we're dealing with spies. He is being trained as a spy, but he's a child spy. So it's really fun. The two little characters on his shoulder really give comic relief. There is some like racial slurs in here, and we do see some like schoolyard bullying. We do have a bit of our own voices in here in the sense that the author himself is Jewish, and he does definitely talk about the Jewish folklore and the Jewish like customs and all of that kind of thing. It's very, very entertaining, but also being a hard hitter. Like normally I'm not a big fan of World War II historical fiction. It's just not my timeline, but I very much enjoyed this. Next up is Pledge of Allegiance, a book or series you are fiercely loyal to. And I cannot stop recommending this series to every single person. Now, I will say there are quite a few triggers in here, so it's not for everyone, but I am fiercely loyal to these books and to this series, and that is the FBI Strange Crimes Unit by Jessica R. Patch. We have Her Darkest Secret, Crying in the Dark, and The Garden Girls. The Garden Girls is one of my favorite books of all time. Just FYI, one of the best thrillers I've ever read in my life. So, I mean, these are all amazing books, but this one took the cake. So, in this series of books, they are technically interconnected standalone, so you technically can read them out of order. I wouldn't recommend it though, especially for book 3, because there is stuff that happens in here that I don't think you would be as impacted by if you hadn't already read the first 2. Plus it gives like mild spoilers, so like some of the characters' situations, right? So this is basically Criminal Minds in a book, but if like Hodge and some of the members of the Criminal Minds team are Christians. Not everyone on the team is a Christian, but some of them are. And so we are dealing with some really dark, messed up serial killers. Like Criminal Minds level. Like this is literally Criminal Minds in a book, you guys. It's so good. I mean, I bawled my eyes out, you guys, in this book. Truly, I did. And I will say, the beginning of this book, the first like couple chapters, gave me the heebie-jeebies so bad, which I don't normally get from thrillers because like I read so many of them. But these are I can't stop saying it. It's Criminal Minds. If you like the TV show Criminal Minds, you should read these books. But know that the content that is in Criminal Minds, the TV show, is very much on page in these books as well. So they are clean. There is no cussing. There is no sex. There is some gore. I wouldn't say it's like as severe as the TV show, but we're dealing with serial killers, guys. Yeah, I will pledge my allegiance to this series. I love it so much. Recommend it to everyone. Will never stop screaming from the rooftops about this series. Okay, and last we have Westward Expansion, which actually, fun fact, my ancestors were some of the people that came over on the Oregon Trail in the covered wagons, and I have like a very great grandpa who founded the town of Sutherland, Oregon. So I'm a descendant of the founders of Sutherland, Oregon, which, you know, yeah, it's something that I'm like, I think is pretty cool that like I have ancestors that actually came over on the covered wagons and they were part of the Westward Expansion. So we're going to tag others. I was trying to think of people. I was like thinking of people. I'm like, oh wait, they're not American though. Kind of weird to tag someone who's not American in a very American tag. I mean, if you want to do this tag and you're not an American, it's not like you can't. Feel free. It's just, I don't know. I just think tagging you would be a little bit silly. Okay, so the two people that I thought of were Nala from Here There Be Stories. I'm gonna tag you, and then also Kelly from Bookish Kelly. I don't know if you have done this tag yet or not, or plan on doing this tag. If you haven't, you're tagged. Anyone else, obviously, who wants to do this can do this. So there we go, guys. This is my America tag. Thank you so much to both Tay and I'm not sure what her name is, but Old American Spirit. Thank you guys so much for creating this tag. It was really fun, and I think just a really fun, neat way to celebrate America's 250th birthday. Absolutely crazy. Don't forget to wish Ranger a happy birthday down in the comments if any of you all are interested. Totally don't have to, but I do have his wish list in the description. So if you're interested in getting Ranger anything for his birthday, it's there. Again, you totally don't have to. But I know I personally like gifting people's pets things, and so I figured I'll just include it in case someone wants to gift him something, but you don't have to. You won't know the difference. Happy birthday, America. And to all of you non-Americans out there, happy July 4th. I hope you're having a wonderful day no matter where you are in the world, where you're from. Like I said, everyone's welcome here. You don't have to be an American to watch this tag or even do this tag, realistically. But I had to, of course, show up and bring some American pride to this channel. If you guys want to let me know you are here, but don't have anything else to say, go ahead and leave an American flag or a bald eagle or some kind of like America emoji in the comments to let me know you're here. You can even leave a boot emoji, I guess, because I got my American boots on my shirt. I think that's everything that I have to say, you guys. Please do, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and leave all the comments in the comments down below. That's what you do when you comment. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. America!